Hello, beautiful people. It's Sindafam. Welcome to the channel. Today we're back again with another video, and this is about Terrence Howard. It reads, "We can meet with pure guns." Terrence Howard goes off after his words were twisted in Diddy interview. Okay, so this is from the channel All Urban Central. We're going to check this together, and I will love your thoughts and your contribution at the end of the video. Let's dive right in.
Listen, before y'all talk about me, y'all need to talk to me. You see, once upon a time, if a man questioned another man's honor, he didn't do it from the shadows. He had to do it out in the open, with his name, his chest out, and his chin high. Not hiding behind a keyboard or tucked behind editing clips of fair use disclaimers. You see, citing Section 107 of the Copyright Act does not give you free rein to defame, misrepresent, or harm another's reputation. Fair use is not a shield for character assassination. So here's the simple truth. If you take my words, my image, my ideas, and twist them to feed your fear and inflate your ego, if you profit off of my name while calling me a liar, then be prepared to stand behind your accusations.
Hold on, who is he talking about? Who exactly is he talking about? Because yeah, we get it with gossip channels and all that. They kind of like spread some certain information that most likely or potentially aren't true. But I mean, who exactly is he talking about? Ish. Obviously, we'll be talking about somebody or something.
Because in the old world, men didn't hide behind anything. When they spoke against someone, they had to speak it with their whole being. And if you're going to speak against me, then use the same courage that it took for me to say those truths. Man to man, eye to eye, integrity and in truth. I've spent a lifetime earning the right to speak with the conviction about these truths that I speak. So if you want to tear that down, have the decency to come and say it directly to my face. And say it like a man. If you're going to talk about the geometry, have other geometries to argue against it. If you're going to talk about the supersymmetry, speak of other supersymmetries that would work against it. If you're going to talk about the white papers, provide your own white paper as an argument to argue against the equations or the conclusions.
Oh, now I get it. I get it. I get what is who is talking about, or what is the communication, or what is sharing. But I mean, does anybody also feel like we got the Lucius Lion out here? Like literally Lucius. That was actually what made me smile. Because I mean, remember there are some actors who have their acting voices, and like sometimes like they are kind of different from their personality, the way they sound and all that, but not this one, or not this case. Anybody who's watched or seen Empire, Lucius Lyon, the character there, yeah, that is his voice. Like no difference. But again, I get what he's saying, and maybe I mean lots of people at this point already know who he's talking about, or the people is talking about, because yeah, lots of people actually questioned a lot of things with his geometry, and then the talk about the science, the space, all those things. I think physics and all. Lots of people actually question it, because I mean I've seen a couple of videos where people are like, oh, calling him out and all that. And I get it. What people don't understand is everybody's own discovery is potentially going to be different. It's not going to be the same. Somebody might discover something, and someone else might also discover something. They may not always or all result to the same end or have the exact same result. That is the reason why it is called discovery, it is called research. But some people just feel like, oh, because they got to this point, or they did their scientific calculation or whatever, and it got took them here, so everybody should more than likely or most likely get or have the exact same result. It doesn't work that way. That is the reason why somebody might discover something, and then years later somebody would discover and say, oh, they found another way to this, or they found another way and this was the result they got. I mean, I think that is where even the science community or whatever, they're still having a hard time, because nobody knows it all. But again, I get and understand who or the people this message is actually directed to. But we got the Lucius Lion effect there and the voice.
But we're going to do this respectfully, otherwise we'll end in a duel. And I mean a duel, real life duel, where only one person walks away. We can meet with guns, bottles, knives, or books and equations. But we're going to do this like men. So, get ready. Get ready.
That is the Lucius Lion effect right there. That is it. That is the Lucius Lion effect. And I mean, at this point, lots of people already know who is talking about, or the people he's talking about. And yeah.
Wait a minute. What is that?
My baby wipes.
Okay, but before we go on, I just want to say that I don't think that also relates, or that relates to the Diddy interview or Diddy whatsoever, because I mean lots of people haven't spoken much about Diddy's party, what happened to them, or what they saw, because people don't want to get involved and all that. We get it. But I don't think what you just shared or what you just said here is relating to the Diddy party or whatever. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think that is what this video was about, or this video is about. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, that's a baby wipes. What is that?
A watermelon. Smith County watermelon.
That's not going to get through security.
Yes, it will. You can take an orange or an apple or a grape through. You can take fruit.
Excuse me?
Made it. Everyone, how you doing? This is the next phase in eating a good watermelon, especially a Smith County watermelon. If you get the seeds, you have to first clean them and then put them in some water, room temperature water. The ones that sink to the bottom is actually the viable seeds. The ones that sink to the top, they say aren't viable, but I still sometimes will lay them out as well to see if they have a chance, because maybe they've just been discounted. But after a week, you should see some sprouts once we put another cool thing over the top of it, and then we'll plant it. Let's see what happens. You have to go turn it on for a couple seconds, but this is where everything came to life. All of it came alive. There was a lot more sunlight out here. I forgot that with the change in the season, that this would get a limited amount of light. So I don't know how much these will mature, but they turned out to be really, really pleasant and beautiful. And we'll see what happens next year. I'm gonna hope that these will keep growing. I don't know, but whatever happens, let me take you up top. Hold this, 1 second. Come on now. Come on, watch that. So these are how you're taking already aerated container. Well, that you want to put in here. The entertainment industry from the inside out. It's time. Watermelon tree that lives right there. I don't even know if watermelon becomes a tree, but I'm gonna make the first watermelon tree and live underneath it. Hey everyone, so I'm here on set, and I believe this is where you all want to be also. All you artists and entertainers out there. If you want to have an active role in your career, if you want to have accountability, if you want to have an opportunity to build a true fan base and to have your work displayed and be able to show everyone in the world what you're made of, then Holly is the place you come to. This is the time. Check the link below, click on, become a member of Holly, and let's democratize the entertainment industry from the inside out. It's time. I can't even begin to tell you how much I love your ass nigga. You are unlike any other being I've ever encountered. Mythical, magical, beautiful. I love you, man. Hi, you guys. This is Terrence. Look, you know, or may not know, on November 8th, me, in association with Malco Theaters, we're going to do the world premiere of our new film, Showdown at the Grand. It will be at some of Malco's theaters in Memphis. We're doing an entire event where we're going to do a few-hour event afterwards where we'll communicate. All of this will be inside of our bio. Just check in there for the times and the locations. But please come and support me as we try and support the theaters and also support the creative artists and the arts itself. So join us at Malco Theaters on November 8th to watch the premiere of Showdown at the Grand and watch an encore premiere of Hustle and Flow 18 years later. Pleasure. Bye-bye.
Okay. This looks like he's also or is communicating or sending or speaking a different message or sending a different message, which makes total sense. But again, I also believe that I don't he's not specifically talking about the Diddy interview or what he said about Diddy and all that. I get like lots of people believe that once you speak on about Diddy and you make another video to talk about it, then they always want to make reference to it, which doesn't even make sense. And then talk about the what he said about Diddy trying to make advances at him and all that. You see, the problem with people is the fact that whenever a man tries to speak up about something that potentially happens to him in the industry, people don't believe it because men aren't supposed to speak up or men aren't supposed to experience some type of pain, or it's not possible for a man to potentially be SA'd or whatever, and or it's not possible that another man will want to try to make advances at a man, especially if the other man is straight and the other one is whatever. So lots of people like have this mindset that it's not possible, it cannot be real. But listen, people have different experiences, and the fact that people or the society deemed it okay or want to deem it okay to believe that men can't be SA'd, or it's not possible that men can be harassed, or it's not possible that another man can make unnecessary advances towards a man, especially if the man doesn't get down like that. The fact that people make want to laugh at those situations or don't take it seriously is what is wrong with the society, and what is another reason why Hollywood can get away with whatever they do. But I don't think it's specifically talking about the Diddy interview or whatever. It's talking about something, and we all know what it's talking about, which is kind of related to geometry, science, discovery, and all that. That is what he most likely is kind of addressing, because lots of people actually called him out because their experiment and his experiment, or his knowledge and their knowledge or whatever, they are not the same, or they are not going the same direction, or they did not get the exact same result. And you know, with science, if you dispute someone else's result and whatever, it becomes a problem. So I guess I want to believe that is the angle, or that is what it's talking about. But obviously, it's not about Diddy. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. What do you think about this? Correct me if I'm wrong. At this point, almost everybody would come to a different conclusion. And myself, this is what I took out from the video. Yours might be different or completely different. We're all learning here. I'll love your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and all of that stuff. And until next time, see you in the next video.